Oh Lord. Tied ho. Oh Lord. Ho tied. Lord. Oh
Tied
my.
hole.
Wait a minute. Oh Lord.
Hey guys.
We're back.
Wig. It took you
We're
too long.
black.
Mm-mm. Uh-uh. When I say
You
hey, I better hear.
you saying that I took too long? Well, that's what black people do. You know we never
Oh
on time,
girl.
girl.
Oh
We never on
girl.
time. We never on
Oh
time.
girl. She's trying so hard to be one of y'all, but she's not. She's from New Orleans. They don't claim that they're black. Just letting y'all know.
What, girl? That
Ooh.
makes
Okay.
not
Anyways, you
no bit
guys.
of sense.
It makes all the sense in the world, girl. Catch
No,
up.
no.
Oh, by the
Okay.
way, girls, since we're speaking of chasing, guess who retweeted what I said and appreciated it?
We don't care because we already know who it is.
No, you don't actually know who it is. This is a different person.
Who?
Ike,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Ike, and Rico Cassidy.
Because you like Rico.
Rico's
With fake
fine. What's
ass.
going on, with Rico?
Rico is fake.
Girl, how?
Think about it.
Because we don't know exactly. Anyways, hey guys, it's me. Oh Lord,
Really? Oh, girl.
yes, girl.
Girl, why I thought I was oh Lord. My bad.
Exactly my point. See how she tries it so hard. See. And you want me to believe that you don't like Ike or not Ike, Rico Cassadine?
I
For
am so
real,
sorry,
for
y'all.
real?
I'm gonna take the fall for that. I think that I'm really irritated because I had just went to Sonic and I had got some chicken and it's wrong and I'm
Wig,
mad. I'm literally sitting here mad about that damn chicken.
wig.
I ain't girl. Look, let me tell you something. When it comes to my food, I don't be playing around.
I get it. I do too. I understand. But
Just can't. We
yes,
love our food. And this is the
yes.
TL show, by the way, not
Who are
Sonic.
you on the TL show?
I'm so mad at them, girl, because they literally are advertising the damn chicken. They advertising the damn chicken covered in honey barbecue. So instead of them doing that, you know they gonna give me the chicken itself and then put the honey barbecue sauce on the side and then charge me for the sauce. I literally
Oh,
went in to buy the damn
I see.
barbecue chicken. It's on the menu.
Although I did get one of those kind of situations when I went to who was it? And I had bought wings and I was like, honey barbecue wings. I was like, oh, these can be I think it was KFC. Do you know,
Hmm.
girl, that the wings I got had the honey barbecue on one side and the other side was just wing? And I'm like, what am I gonna do with this?
A mess.
Yeah. But this is the TL show, girl. Y'all don't know who the other girl is. Y'all just tell me because I said my name. The other girl didn't. We
I just said my name.
You didn't.
I said Sonic.
Girl. Anyways, we're not sponsored by them. Well, I mean, we wouldn't
Shout
be
out to
because of this.
Sonic too.
We wouldn't be sponsored by them because of this advertisement that you just gave them, girl. Wow. Wig.
Wig.
Anyways,
You the one forgot that I introduced myself, so that's how
you
fast
actually
I
didn't.
am.
You actually did
I
it.
am.
Anyways, girl.
Well, I have to live up to my name. I'm tired.
That's true.
I'm a tired hoe. Yeah.
That's also true.
Oh.
Anyways, you guys, this is the about
Um.
Chasing Atlanta Part 2. Now, the
You
episode's just
have
going to
got your address right.
Anyways, as I was saying, but
Told
girl,
her.
who's gonna let you in?
Cause y'all
Exactly.
Houston
But
girls,
who's
y'all
gonna
be
let you
saying
in?
stuff, and then when a
Exactly.
girl pull up,
But who's
when
gonna
y'all
let you
Houston
in?
girls,
Exactly. Nobody. Boom. Catch that. So, anyways, you guys, this is the TL show. We're talking about chasing Atlanta. This is episode part 2 of the episode. It's just going to start, you guys. Again, like I said previously, we did not know it was going to be about 2 hours of us talking about this show. We did not know that. So we decided to split it to give you guys some, like we don't want y'all to we don't want y'all sitting through 2 hours of us talking, 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 talking. An hour is enough at most. We're trying to do this thing. We're trying to keep up the thing of an hour max, and that's it. You know. So this is us talking about what are we talking about, girl?
because I know you guys been waiting on it. Because I know we get on part 1 because we had so much to talk about because we was going down. We were going down the line of who started the show first to, like I said, just down the line, basically. So this little part, we just, we don't really know too much about the other a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it get close to the end, because it's like right now we're just going on first impressions of whatever maybe. Right. So we hope you guys enjoy it and live life, honey.
And what's the show name?
Huh?
What's their show? The show we're reviewing, so the girls can know.
Girl, the chasing Atlanta, baby. They already know what it is, baby.
They
They
do.
think the
We
title.
said it a couple times, but I just had to make sure the girls know. We. But yeah, this is us reviewing Chasing Atlanta. We're on this new season 5. Enjoy. Enjoy
All
some
right, you
Tide
guys.
Input. All right.
Honey, again, like I said, I ain't say that about Milan.
Oh,
You
girl,
have
you
no
used to
audio
say that
proof of
all the
that.
time. Oh,
You
you
have
used to
no
say that all
proof.
the time, girl. And
You
I
have no
understood.
proof of
And I
that.
used to say I understood
Girl,
because visually,
let's move
let's
on to the next subject.
visually.
We ain't gonna do that. She lying still.
Okay,
Yana, she's
so you
lying.
did. So you didn't say that.
Let's get back to Troy. I told
So wait, wait, wait,
Big
wait, wait,
Dick
wait, 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 wait,
Troy,
wait.
Big
So
Dick
you
Troy,
did.
Big Dick Troy. That's the only dick I'm worried about. Hello, the Cancer
No, it's
dick,
not.
not the
No,
Pisces
it's
dick.
not. That's not the only
Big
one you're
Dick
worried
Troy,
about. That's not
Big
the
Dick
only.
Troy,
That's not the only one you're worried about, girl.
Big Dick Troy. Let's talk about Big Dick Troy.
She's talking like she's single. I can say that. You cannot.
Oh, I already had some dick. So what you talking about? He's still here. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I can say that. You can't say that, girl. Anyway,
Next story.
as I was saying,
Leave
yes.
Troy. Go on.
Let's go
Big Dick
ahead.
Troy. Let's talk about Big Dick Troy.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Oh, I just say,
Finish your statement.
wait, I forgot my point. What I was making.
We were talking about we were getting started on Troy.
Mm. We were already on him. That was the point. We was talking during about him. I forgot what reference I was trying to make. But again, we're saying the fame. We don't want the fame to go to Troy
Yeah,
Head.
I can agree with you. I can agree
Um,
with you. Because it's already to me, it kind of feels like it is a little bit.
yeah, the big dog or whatever case may be, and he said he's bratty and stuff like that. And
Which we have to have a whole conversation about that one. But go ahead.
yes, right now we're just this episode. Right now, what we're doing, you guys, is that we're just telling you about the characters and how we're feeling about them, and then we're gonna get into all the stuff that transpired between them. So yeah, I just feel like the way he's acting, in some sense, it does give off. Okay, you letting certain things go to your head at the end of the day. And
Yes.
we love you,
Yes.
Troy. We really do. I loved him when he was like when Dewan, wasn't it? Dewan had an issue with somebody, and he was kind of in the middle. He said, "Oh, you want me to go get him? Because honey, I ain't got time for."
Or when no. When they was all sitting there talking about Lauren, I want to say. And he was like, "Oh, well, let me call her."
He's like, I didn't want that girl in my face. Well, I feel like you should. have a conversation with her so I can move on. And we love that about Troy. It was like, girl, Troy ain't got time for all that or whatever case may be. Now, how he got caught up in the Oliver situation last season with that, and I understand tensions get hot. Again, this is one of those situations where, again, it is not malicious intent behind it. It's just fully that shit just went wild because it's like people are like, oh, you already had something against me. It's not that 9%, 9%. It really is. It's just the point is the certain temperature or the level of negativity into the room, a lot of times that affects people. And it can cause a situation where you feel like you have to protect yourself, or you got to defend yourself. Or you just annoyed. And,
Mm-hmm.
one wrong move, then shit pop off. It happens like
True.
that. Or
True.
whatever case maybe. It's how you think sometimes when back in the day when you were kids and you had a whole fight with someone that, you had a fight with one of your friends or somebody like that, or somebody you was cool with, and y'all was cool after that because it really was no malicious intent. It's just like y'all had to get that little squabble out the way. Maybe it was brewing up, or it was just like the situation got a little too hot, then y'all popped off, and it's like we can
Right.
dap it off and move on. There ain't nothing biggie.
Right.
And I feel
Agreed.
like this situation it could have. So, but
Mm-hmm.
I love Troy. Troy is my favorite. But go on what you say. I'm not going to interrupt at all. Go what you got to say. I'm looking at him
You
now. He's
done?
on the television.
You 100% done?
I am. I got him playing in the background because I'm actually
Okay.
which column?
Okay. The girls heard it was 9 inches, and guess what? The girls want to see it. That's it. I'm done with Troy.
Okay. This
I'm
ain't the
kidding.
Pornhub.
No, oh girl. But
This
guess
ain't
what?
freaky Twitter.
But guess what? But guess what? As soon as we heard, it was like, well, you can't tell us and not show us. Where's the
Somebody got to get
example?
that video. Somebody get that video.
Somebody, listen, get it. Don't send it to me, but you send it to me just a little bit.
Well, I was there when he showed it. Oh.
Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Okay, girl.
Oh. I
Anyways,
got that first episode playing.
I know. But yeah, that's how I feel about Troy. I do want to, however, talk about the bratty thing. I think that, to me, I didn't particularly care for.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, if you're a person that's like, oh, I do this, this is who I am, like I can understand that you're like, oh, this is who I am. That I just am who I am. I can get that. I can understand that. I can accept that. However, ergo, I don't like the idea that you use this concept of, well, I'm just bratty. That's just who I am. And you just have to take it or leave it. And it's like, okay, but if I don't like it, that's, like, I don't know how to express it any better, I guess.
I think
Go
it's
ahead.
a room that people don't feel like they need any kind of correction. That they feel
Mm-hmm.
that they can treat everybody the same, and I think just in general, like if you work in customer service, you know, you really can't treat everybody the same. You try to.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you work customer service and the people that really gets it, you just want the sense of being fair. You try to honor being fair to
Right.
your best abilities because it's not always treating people the same. You want to be fair. If I'm going to be nice and kind to everyone, but it's a different ways you can go by trying to do that because some people they don't really they come for a fight. You probably have to handle them a certain kind of way. You're like, look, girl, look, look, you got to be different a little bit with them. You have to kind of adapt to
Right.
their energy and their personalities, especially if they're local. Because some people I found local, and I'm like, girl, I know how to handle this person when they come up and when they show up or whatever case may be. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So on his end, as if you close with a person, you friends with a person, they tell you, hey, this is the issue. And I think what the issue is, some sense, Troy, and I don't like defending Cameron. A lot of times when people feel like you're not going to hear them out, yes, they do a result of talking to other people, even though they should be talking to you. But I think it's to the point he don't
Mm,
feel like you would get it. He didn't feel
right.
comfortable of you. Now, this what I want to be clear with. I'm at the point. Look, the first time you do it, that's fine, or whatever the case may be. But I always have a room open for my friends. If you have an issue with me or you feel like I said something that offends you or I did something, if you tell me, I'm really gonna sit there and listen. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
sit there and listen. I'm gonna try to hear you out. I'm gonna see, okay, well, I gotta make sure this doesn't happen again. Because this hurted you. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want you to be around me and know that I hurt you and you couldn't express that. Because I'm gonna have to express what I feel. And if I don't feel comfortable with you to express myself, I can't really be friends with you. That's just me.
Right.
So I feel like he should just have told him that, but I feel like he feel like your attitude is set up because your statement you're making a let alone, and I know that's how I am, but it's like I don't like it. So it's like that's why he didn't want to
Right.
have a conversation with you. So you're really missing the whole point, Troy. At a sense, even though
Mm-hmm.
I like Troy, but you're really missing the point. That's not that. Yeah, that's not
Cool.
okay. Or whatever the case may be.
It's not. Listen, just because you have 10 inches,
And you're
well,
tall.
9 inches,
He's beautiful,
yes.
tall, beautiful.
Mm. Well,
Uh,
we don't we
okay.
see all
Let me tell you
those.
something.
We see all those other stuff, but
Hold on,
let's
wait,
talk about the important. Let's talk about the facts here, okay? 10 inches, okay?
baby. That is
Nine
a fact.
inches. Wait, he
Oh,
said 9 inches. He said nine. Girl, we're just gonna round up 10 inches. There we go. So I get it. I get it.
well, once you poke it
He.
out a certain way, it becomes an inch longer. So yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. And especially, we know that Troy shaves. Let's just be honest. We know he shaves it down.
Mm-hmm.
But that's beside the point. I don't know where I was going, but I just wanted to bring it up. But no, I think it's just like, yeah, I get that, you know, you're bratty. That's fine if that's who you are, but you have to also realize that not everybody's going to be comfortable with that.
Yeah,
And not everybody's going to like being treated a certain kind of way. And I fully got where Cameron was coming from, where it was like, it's not that Cameron wants to tear you down or anything. He's just like, no, I don't like being talked to any old kind of way. And you're sitting here pushing me out of the way and, oh girl, get out of my way and this and that. I would be curious too.
absolutely. I'll be confused. Yeah.
Now, Troy, you have every right to be like, girl, you've had plenty of time to have this discussion with me. So it feels a little fake
Mm-hmm.
that you're coming out of nowhere talking about this. Yeah, it does feel fake.
Yeah.
It does feel like you're doing this for story.
Yeah. Because you should have addressed that person a long time ago.
Long time
Cause
ago.
if you my friend, I'm like, oh, what? I'll be on left field, and again, people like, well, you got to look at both ends. They knew he had a problem that he should have had a conversation with him, and I'm like, yes, granted that too, but we're saying the
Hmm.
whole line of the issue. You have the issue, so why should I
Right.
have to call you if you have an issue, but you want to go around and tell some person about me? I'm like, no, you should call me. You got an issue, you'll call me. You calling them? You making time with them?
True.
You can call me. So I can't really be mad at them for how they play it. Now, would I have made the phone call? Of course, but I'm not gonna blame them for that. I think the point is like, I shouldn't have to be hearing through the grapevine you have an issue if you call yourself my friend. I'm
Right.
sorry, that's just not how that works, or whatever case may be. And if they want to not, and I don't like the word mature about it, if they want to take that road of just saying, fuck it, he's upset, he'll let me know, and then we can address it, or whatever case. And because now I'm feeling some type of way.
Right.
So that's all it is. But not wait, let alone tell the people on the street, bitch, you got in front of cameras saying we got an issue. Oh no, girl.
But I will say this is very funny because Dominique did the same thing last year where he was like, "Oh, I have we need me and Lauren. I keep wanting to say Kendra. Me and Lauren, we need to talk." And then when it was time for you to talk with Lauren, you was like, "Well, I don't have an issue. I don't care, girl. It is what it is." You did do that,
Agreed.
so it's very
We're gonna
interesting
get to
that
him next.
she was on another
We're
clip.
gonna get to him in a second. So is there anything else you want to add about Troy?
We want to see the 10 inches.
Okay. let's
I'm kidding. I'm so sorry, you
let's
guys.
table that
I'm
part
gonna stop
again.
playing on Troy's. I'm gonna stop playing on Troy's time. I'm so sorry, Troy.
On his inches.
It's
You're trying to
funny.
play on his inches.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I said it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
am. I
yeah, I
am.
said it.
Maybe I
See, I
am.
said it.
Maybe I
Look how I
am.
helped
Maybe I
you. Look
am.
how I helped you.
Maybe I am. Hold
Okay.
on.
Okay, so let's switch gears here. Let's go to Rico. I know you was gonna think I was gonna do
Mm-hmm.
Dominique. I'm not gonna put them together. Nope.
Which Rico?
With the K.
Okay, got you.
How many Rico? Oh! I thought you was trying to be funny or test me. I was like, bitch, with a K. I had the
Wait.
other Rico on it. Okay. Rico. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, I love Rico. We do we are questioning his race because he has been saying the N word. We're requesting
Very,
from the family tree to send us
very, very openly saying that.
um,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
family tree, and we really want to see some black in his blood. We are not really counting grandparents. Well, we'll count the grandparents, but that
No,
if it's two of
no.
them, if it's two of them, meaning on both sides, like on his mom's side, we can do that as the grandparents. Or the father, we can take that too. We can take that too if it's one of his parents. But we do question him using that word. You know, the funny thing is, I was listening to Jack Harrow, uh,
Harlow?
Harrow, whatever his damn name is, white boy with his fine ass. And girl, why it sounded like he said the N word, girl. I was at work, leaning in the chair, had my foot on the table, and I nearly fell.
What word did he say? But what word did he actually
He
say?
said something like "make it something." It was like "make it something," but it sounded like "nigga." That's what it sounded. Girl, girl, I said absolutely not.
Weird.
Girl. I was like, it was funny because I had to laugh at myself because I'm like, bitch, you really was not having it. Because I'm like,
He
absolutely.
was ready.
I said, no, sir. So I had, because, of course, I was listening to Apple Music. They have the lyrics. And I had to pull them lyrics up. I said, baby, hold on, what you said. And it was something like, make it something. I'm going to have to sing you the song whenever I'm going to have to sing you the song. Because it's actually pretty good. It's a song with Big Sean, actually. It's
Mm.
oh, that's my other side piece.
You don't know
It's
him like
a
that.
way
You don't know
out.
him like I
Hold on,
do.
let me get the right words that he actually said.
Weird.
Hold on, because that you gotta listen to it. You gotta listen to it because
I
I
will.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, how did he? I don't know what.
Oh, wait. We don't play the music.
Oh no, girl, my bad. I'm so sorry, girl. Hold on, is that the song that what it was? Hold on. It was something, girl. But all I know is, yeah, girl. Yeah, so we have the same thing with Rico. We got to make sure that he is black. I talked to my boyfriend about it. He was like, I don't think he's black. I said, well, we got to talk to somebody about this. Just
Mm.
saying.
Gotta talk to a
But,
professional, a black professional.
absolutely.
Like me. Like me.
And again, I do love his personality. I think he's great for the show. I think
I do
he's a neutral
too.
kind of person. He gives me the Carrie D of the show, even though Carrie D be in some shit. And Carrie D is not the person to really explain himself. He is so sweet. But I think when he is
Yes.
in line of fire, baby, he has no words. But if he not in line of fire, Carrie D mouth is reckless. He be saying some shit.
We live for Carrie D. He was fun.
Mm,
I do felt like that whole situation with Reese G. It was a little. I was like, "Oh, Carrie D, girl, you got to know where you at with this situation." I got to know where you're at with this situation. Let me say. Let me be right. Let me be real.
mm-hmm.
I got to know where you're at because I didn't know where she was going.
Yeah.
It's like you don't like Reese, then you're like, "Well, I didn't actually have an issue. So what is it? So what was it?
Mm-hmm.
So what were we doing? Where were we going with this? You know?"
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was fun. It was yeah. Yeah.
Girl, you missed your footy. No, he's talking about Rico with the K and how you feel about him. I say what I feel about him. I like him for the show. I just the N word. That's something that we got to really watch. We got to make sure that everybody that is of the race saying it.
Agreed. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, yeah, I think Rico's good for the show, and I think he's entertaining. He's interesting. He's an interesting person in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's good for the show in that route, in that aspect. I would love to see where he goes because so far he's been kind of sort of neutral, but also like in it,
Mm-hmm.
in the mess, in the drama, and all that. So it's interesting seeing that progression of him. Because like when he first started, he tried really hard to stay out of mess,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think you should. I think
It's too
if
thick.
you want to make sure
It was too thick to. I think people always be like they want to be neutral. Let's be clear. Once certain situations have reached a certain level, it's no point of being neutral because then it's going to be to the point that it's like, how would I put it? It just gives the point that no, you got to have a stance on something. You have to have a
Yes,
point of opinion on something. And I think,
somewhere.
yeah, I told you about with my friends when we had our little situation and going back and forth with certain things. And at some point, that yeah, I had to admit that, yeah, no, you were wrong. You were wrong. Well, not talking about you, but the person I was saying that to,
I got you.
you're wrong. That's the only way I can see it at the end of the day. And I think you got to stop that. It reached a point where you cannot be neutral no more. You have to make a decision of how you want to move forward.
Right.
We have to do. I know people we want to do that. Oh, it feels good to do that, but I think the point is when it comes to people in life, um, who's dealing with things and things are going on, especially between them, you're gonna have to make a decision,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the case may be.
Agreed. Agreed. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, you're gonna have to make a decision, a choice, sooner or later.
Yeah, because they be holding on to it, man. Let me hold on this, man. Please, I really don't want to be involved. Really don't. Then
Then
they
you
they
involved.
wind up saying something. Well, he was really wrong for that, man. That kind of was messed. Let's do it.
It's ready.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add about Rico besides the N word? Rico, we still.
Mm-mm.
If you're listening, Rico,
Rico.
if you're in the comments, put down your race, and if you aren't of the African American community, just let me feel. And well, don't educate us. Don't like that one.
Educate yourself.
Uh,
Educate yourself.
But for your fans, for them to know why you want to use the word if you're not of African descent. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All I have to say is, Rico, we also, while you're putting down your ethnicity, give us an inch,
Okay, let's
length,
move on to the next person we're going to talk about is Dominique.
girth, um,
Dominique.
cut. That's it. We're just
Dominique.
asking that.
Dominique.
I'm kidding.
Dominique
But
has been a great
I do
addition
like
for the show.
Rico, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
I do like
Mhm.
Rico, by the way. I do like Rico. He's good for the show. He's in the same lane with Kendra, where I'm like, he seems like he's in a better space. Okay, now we can go.
Let's talk about Dominique. And I do want to put out Dominique and Troy and Rico have been carrying the season, especially season 4. They carried that season. Let's be very clear.
Well.
Okay, you know what? Girl, go ahead. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Go ahead. Go on, girl.
Well.
Go on.
I don't know if I agree with that. Specific.
They did carry the season. What are you talking about? They was on the season more than the rest of them. Well, Oliver Q was leaving. Lauren was over
Yeah, he
it.
was.
Oliver.
Lauren was like, "Listen, I got my own show, so y'all got y'all."
So it was like they were carrying the season because it was revolving around them. We admit that, girl. I can go back to video. I mean, old podcasts that we done that you admitted that.
Well,
you know, I'm trying. You know, let's just move on that comment because clearly I don't want you to be looking bad because again, you said it.
What?
You said
Girl,
it.
you can't make me look bad. I'm just quality.
Girl, you said it. I'm trying to make you seem unhypocritical. Girl, okay, you know what? Let's move on. So Dominique, give me your views, and then I'll go in after.
Okay. Now, Dominique, you said on Twitter that if you were to decide to leak any of the pictures, it would be a lot. Let's see it.
Dominique said that?
I'm done. Yeah.
He didn't say that.
He did.
Dominique said that?
Yes.
He said it'd be a lot from him or his boyfriend?
Him.
Really?
He's skinny, girl. Anyways. I'm so sorry, you guys. I did not know this was going to be the TL show after dark. So sorry. Anyways. Anyways, as I was saying. Yeah. I feel like I like Dominique better this season than I do last season.
Mm-hmm. Because I think we really liked him last season, if I'm not mistaken. We did like him.
We did? You're saying we like...
Girl, we did like them last season. We just didn't like the situation that his point of being on the show was to go after Lauren. But it was like, other than that, he's kind of cool. We kind of like him on the show.
Well...
Girl, what is your problem with this man? What the fuck is going on? Girl, I'm losing. Okay, you know what? I'm not saying shit. Just finish your statement because we're going to be fighting and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Don't make me do you like Marco was doing the girls when it was his turn to talk. And he spent 5 minutes being like, and since nobody was listening to me, Marco, get to your point. Get to it. Come on, Marco. He did. He did. You remember that, right?
Girl, we haven't even had that episode. They ain't gonna know what we're talking about.
We're talking about the heights.
I know we haven't
talk about next week. I know you know that, but I'm saying we're going to talk about the heights next week, you guys. We're going to give y'all a comprehensive review.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to put that little tidbit out there because Marco did do that.
Mm-hmm.
He kept going, yeah, and since everybody want to interrupt me and I can't finish what I'm saying, I'm going to post a video on my channel. Marco, you know full well nobody's going to watch that.
Okay.
I'm just...
I was like, oh, girl, just say it here. I'm tired of having to press a link to get to another link.
Marco, we are not going to watch it. I am going to be fully honest with you. We are not watching
We're trying to finish this out. Girl, let's save that for the heights. Come on, girl. Okay, cool. Let's continue.
Either put it on the next season.
Girl, let it go. Let it go.
Put it on the next season.
If you don't let it, let it go. We're gonna talk about that. We got a whole episode coming up next week. By the way, we don't know which way we're gonna send it out. Are we gonna do the heights first?
No, we're gonna do this first.
Okay, so y'all can get the heights next week. So that's a guarantee. Okay, cool.
Yes. And thank you. So let me finish what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted.
I did not interrupt you. You lying heifer.
See, you're doing it again. You're doing it
Let me
again.
mute myself so I
Okay.
can cuss you
All right,
out.
go
I
ahead.
want the
All right, go
friendship.
ahead, Xavier. All right, go ahead, Xavier. Okay, you guys, I'm so sorry. The drinks have been hit. So I'm just being my true natural self. I'm just like, girl. Anyways. Yeah, wait, who are we talking about? Line. Wait, for real, who are we talking about?
Yeah, I was trying to be quiet for you. We were talking about your favorite Dominique that you don't
Okay,
like.
girl. Okay,
You don't
okay, go
like
ahead. Mute
him.
yourself. Okay, mute yourself again so I can talk.
I'm not.
Okay, get to
If
it.
you said something now, like I'm gonna speak up on it. Absolutely not. Go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, before I was rudely interrupted by that girl telling me something I didn't even need to ask her about. I wasn't asking you for nothing else, girl. All I asked you was the name. See, this is the problem right here. We can't even do the podcast with without these girls.
You always be taking the freeway. We was taking the main road, girl. Bye. Go on now. Back up off
No,
me.
but okay. All right. But anyways, yeah, Dominique. The girls did not like you last season, and I understood why. I fully got it. She did do a lot last season, and not everything landed. That Travis situation, you kept bringing it up, and it was like, Dominique, we're tired of talking about this Travis situation. Either you forgive him or you don't. Do one or the other and move on. Because I was tired of hearing about it. And I know you were too. Because he kept doing it. The situation with Lauren did not make a lot of sense, especially with how it ended, where you was like, well, let's just pay it. I wouldn't have let her live in my house anyways. It was like, Dominique, it's not giving what you think it is giving. It's not making sense. It's not coming together. So last season, I could see why people had a sour taste towards Dominique. And they did hate him a lot. I won't say that I hated Dominique. I will say that on the show, I didn't particularly care for him because some of the things that he did and said didn't come together for me. And it felt like he was doing too much. So that's how I feel about him from last season. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about him this season? Like, what do you think about him now?
Oh, are you finished? Because I was being quiet. I was making sure you
Okay,
reclaimed your
girl.
time.
Okay, girl. If you say so.
For his Dominique last season, I did enjoy him. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like some of his points that he was doing on the show that really wasn't probably not something that you should make an issue or whatever the case may
Mm-hmm.
be, especially like you said, once it was brought to Lauren, and again how he handled when he had a conversation with Lauren, and it was like he said what he said, and I'm like, but you have no reason to be upset with Oliver because you already said you was going to have a conversation with her. This is the premise of the show. It things does go back, and I'm not saying Oliver doesn't hold responsibility for going back and repeat something. Agree on that
Mm-hmm.
too. But I think on your end, yeah, you can't really get that upset because you know they hang out, they cool. I wouldn't say friend,
Hey, thank
cool,
you.
because you my friend. Nobody gonna sit up there and talk about you but me. Let's be very clear. And let's be very clear. If I'm gonna talk about you, it sure ain't gonna be with them at all. And
Right.
it's gonna be more 100%, 99% to your face. The other percent is
Yeah.
with Dedrick. I'm like, girl, she thinks she better than me. See? Oh,
Wig.
I was doing good at
Mm-hmm.
first.
That's okay.
Again. So, but you can leave it in. They don't even know his name anyway, and he does. He's not even on social media.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, he's good. Uh, so again, I just feel like Dominique should have done better with those situations. And again, you need to have some reason. I think the point is a lot of times with your relationship, they need for you to have some kind of connection or whatever the
Mm-hmm.
case may be. And let's be very clear, because I'm from New Orleans, and a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
assume that everybody from New Orleans know each other. I don't know everybody. I don't. People say, "Oh, you know this person." I don't know who they is. I let them know before they even tell me, "Oh, this person." I say, "I don't know." You ain't even getting the full statement out. I really may not know them. Y'all got to stop thinking we know everybody. We don't. Or
True.
whatever case may be. I'm just saying. I grew up in the neighborhood and I was supposed to stay in that neighborhood growing up. Okay? All right. So, and I know that's how the connection happened with him and Lauren because they're from the same Memphis, Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. That's where they're from. And even the new girl who's on here as well, and we'll bring her up in a minute too.
Yeah.
And I love Dominique. I think the point is, I have a soft spot for Dominique because he is in a relationship and he's been in a long term relationship. It's the same range as I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend. And I think my point is I do have a soft spot of that point of them making a relationship work because it's not really easy to make relationships because relationships can get hard. People are like, oh, it should be easy. I think in the beginning, yes, it should be easy. Those are the honeymoon phase. Yes, I do feel that, but then you get to know the person and then boom. But if you already starting off, get into it with the person and having issues, that is going to be the course of your relationship because you started off at this point. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they have some difference in the works for some people that go through that, but I just deem it that, oh, y'all gonna keep on. So in the beginning, it should be easy.
Right. I can give you that.
Um, and I just feel like that's why I have a soft spot for him. I love to see his relationship with his boyfriend. It's great. I'm glad to see what he's going to be bringing for this season. He did a quote, and I can't wait to see the quote so I can talk to you guys about that he's going to make on the show. And I really want to get to the point on that because I went through the same process, something that he's going through, and he brought up. I'll let you guys know about that. I love Dominic. I think Dominic is fun. I think he know how to carry a story, and he is carrying. He's being about this season or whatever case may be. I just don't want this season for them to be the problem. At the end of the day, I don't want it to be that, but I think the point is, I feel like in this sense, he has reasons to say something. Like he really can be like, okay, well, he can bring it up, even though he's always bringing stuff up, but it's like stuff that is really people are saying or doing to him, or whatever case it may be. Because the camera, okay, we're gonna be going too much in the show.
Weird.
I like Dominique. I think he's great for the show. I do love how Troy, and which is an odd relationship because, well, I'm friends with a Gemini. Let's be very clear. And I'm more the reserved one a little bit versus the Gemini I'm friends with because she's a firecracker. But she is so sweet to me. She is so sweet to me. She's nice to me. And I think a lot of times with Geminis, if you show them one side of you as a point of they have your back and you call them out when they're wrong, long as it's a genuine thing, they will stay that way with you. But the day you have created somebody or became another person, you will never get them back. You can get them back, but you won't get them back 100%. That is my experience with Geminis. So it's a very strange combination of Geminis and Cancer. It's a thing because we are something else and they're something else too.
That's true. They're both crazy. As a Pisces, I don't know nothing about that girl. I've never been crazy, and I don't want to be. You know, that's where I'm at.
Let's move on because I was trying to drag her through the mud, and I said, you know what? I chose Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Let me move on.
But I didn't choose that. I chose crazy.
Girl, whatever. So
I chose.
I
I
love
chose.
Dominique.
You think I'm crazy?
Oh
I
Lord,
chose
it's
to be
on the fence
crazy.
with Dominique. Oh, that was my favorite part of that song.
Oh
When
yeah.
I heard that part,
Me too.
remind you, hold on, hold on. We're gonna have this conversation. Don't get twisted. When that video came out, because at that time the video hasn't premiered yet. The video premiered on ABC, if I'm not mistaken. And
Mm-hmm.
they did the 2020, that little show that be having on there, and they said the full video was going to come out after the show. Wasn't disappointed, was amazed by it and stuff like that. It was amazing. Her doing the circus era, because remind you, Christina Aguilera did it first with her album.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be very clear about that. But it was a very different way. Let's be let's
Mm-hmm.
let's stick on that point. Oh, I was so mesmerized. I was so mesmerized because I was like, oh, we're gonna get into it. Because Christina did promoted the circus part of it. Because it was back to basic and the other side clip was to the circus or something like that, Uh, but Brittany really pushed forward into giving you the circus
Theme
theme
and
and
all
all
that.
that. Now Christina did
She
do it with
did.
Hurt because that was like around the circus. She did some a circus act in that. But I was happy Brittany did it. I really am. And I love Christina. I love that part on Christina Aguilera album. Don't get it twisted. Back to Basic album for Christina is top tier. That is her best work of art. Not script. Like these girls be trying to give script. It is Back to Basics. Okay. Yeah, I said it.
Girl,
So when that
I don't
song
have
came out,
time
I
for
know,
it.
girl, I had to do all this because I gotta give respects to the look. When you're dealing with the legend, we consider Christina Aguilera? I know we consider Britney legendary, but do we consider Christina legendary? I think she gets that.
Hmm.
What you
If you
think?
say so.
No,
If you
what would
say
you want
so.
to say? Icon?
Um. Mm, ooh. Hmm.
We can give her icon.
We can think about it. Ooh.
So we give her. I know we got Britney Spears on legendary,
Yeah, but that's Britney.
but what about Christina? Christina don't get it.
Who?
You guys comment down below and let us know because I mean, she need at least get iconic or legendary. Either or.
You know, she was there.
Okay. And they promoted this song, and when I saw the song, I was amazed. I waited for it. I never watched 2020 in my life. I was like, I'm gonna see this. So was back and forth. You know how back in the day we had that back and forth the channels, and you gotta
Uh-huh.
aim it right because they say it was gonna be at the end. So I'm like, I just need to come at the end. Saw the video, fell in love with it. Definitely was my favorite part. You say I'm crazy, and I got you crazy. And remind you on that song, they really didn't play the whole song. A lot of times on radio, they played like half of it. They took some of those parts out where they
Right.
made it a little smaller. But that was my favorite part. You say I'm crazy because they kept on calling Britney crazy, and I was like, look at her, come on. We love Britney, and we're
We
glad
do.
that she's
And we're
free.
happy she's free. We
Absolutely,
really
I don't care
are.
what she do. I don't give a damn. Leave that girl alone.
Exactly.
Shit.
Period.
And like, don't you think this is good? Shit. So proud of her and happy for her. And we're ready for that book. I'm getting that book. Now I'm getting that book. I am not really into getting celebrity books and stuff like that. I am telling you, I am not. I will look at it and just be like, girl, I'm good. I am purchasing the book. I'm purchasing the book physically and on Audible. Thank you. It's happening. And I hope she narrates it too. I want to hear in Britney voice. Yeah, I said it.
You say so,
I was
girl.
listening to Will Smith. It was dark. I was like, oh, I gotta turn this off. But if you've seen Philadelphia, the hood Philadelphia, you know. Just saying. You think Houston got some hoods. Girl, Philadelphia's on something else.
Wig.
So that's all we gotta say about Dominic. We stand why stand him or Lord is question mark. So who we got next? Let's see. We got some new blood, clearly. Got some new blood that's in the room. So who you want to start with? Let's start with Ike. We'll start with Ike. We'll do Rico Cassidy because he was on another show. We'll start him later. So what you feeling about Ike?
Here's my thing with Ike. One, I'm so glad you're not on that other show. Because you really... Okay, I don't know if you noticed this, but Ike has been getting a lot of screen time this go round
Mm-hmm.
versus the other show. Because the other show, he was there, yes, but he really wasn't present.
We had a lot of other things going on that was more bigger. It was like storylines that were still not over with.
Uh huh.
Going on, new storylines that was beginning, and I don't feel like I just a person that like let me just be messy because I just don't really get that from his personality. It's like
Right.
like right. I mean, I have no. But when they did became something, he was like, "Now, bitch, now hold on, who you talking about?
Oh, he was ready.
Who are you
When
talking
that
about?"
situation with him and what is his name? Starts with an R.
Our guy,
Yes.
and he was
Oh,
like, "Oh, baby, now we can do a lot of things, but you ain't gonna call him in the hole."
he was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Are you playing on my time? And I was like, oh,
Struck a nerve. Oh, Lord have mercy.
he was giving.
He was. He really was,
Yeah.
honestly.
But Ike, if you want to go ahead and drop that information as well.
Let's move
Listen,
on.
join
Let's
your
move
brothers.
on.
Join
Let's
your
move
brothers.
on, girl.
Join your bros. Let's
Excuse
see
me.
it.
Let's
Listen.
move on.
Ike, if you want to drop that information in the
This is
pictures.
not the After Dark talk.
If you want to drop it in my inbox,
This
I'm
is
absolutely there
not
for
the
you if you want to
After
do that.
Dark talk, girl.
It is when it comes to certain people.
Next, come on,
Oh,
girl. Before I take
oh,
over, go ahead.
oh.
Talk about Ike,
Um,
please.
but he's cool in this season. I think he's cool. I'm not a big fan of this confessional look that he
Oh,
wears.
girl, that
That
black.
mesh one, yeah.
Ooh,
It's not bad.
girl,
It's not
absolute.
bad. It's just it feels like this was meant for somebody else and you're wearing
It's
it.
one of
Does
those
that make sense?
outfits that you see and you're like, girl, this might look good on me. You put it on and be like,
Right.
it look better on
That.
the rack.
Very that. He's very that. He's very that. It's very that.
Right, put it back
Ooh.
on there. That's the kind of outfit you send to your enemies. Like the person you really don't like, girl, you look cute in there. Girl, go put, look at her.
Mm,
She fell for it. Oh, Lord have
right.
mercy.
But I like where he's going. I think he brings something to the show, and I think he's an entertaining person in general. And I do like that there's a callback in a way because he was on that season. Remember when Cameron had that fashion show? And I was like, hey, ain't that Ike in the
Mm-hmm.
background? And he was hugging Cameron, so they were close. They were already close friends. So it's good that they're actual friends. So it's realistic to say, oh, we're friends. We're actually friends.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Even though he got dragged down, and we'll talk about that when we review the shows.
Yes. But I like Ike. I think he's interesting. I'm interested to see where he goes and what he pulls out when he shows that picture to me. Thank you.
Okay, let me take
Go ahead
over
and
for
send it.
talking about the real show. Besides the bedroom
I
show.
did.
Besides the bedroom show.
I did.
I like Ike as well. He's a Cancer. He's from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. We got kind of like a similar kind of flavor. Yeah, I think he's a great
What
addition.
flavor do y'all have?
Oh, honey,
What flavor?
gumbo. Baby, we a mixture of
Again,
flavor
like
of
I said, what
everything. Baby,
flavor?
we a long stew. That's how long we last in the bedroom. Ow. Okay.
If you say so.
I don't have complaints.
Anyways, girl.
Yeah, you turned it this way, girl. You need to be that way.
That wasn't my fault. That was your fault.
So,
That was your
I
fault.
love Ike. I think he's great for the show. I do agree on G status. We really want to see this storyline play out between him and our guy. I felt like we was robbed of that. We want to see some kind of sit down of where lines was drawn and all that, and let alone the reunion. We want to see the season come to a whole and to a conclusion. I feel like as fans of G status, we was robbed of that at the end of the day, and we was really excited for this because we really love because it was like we we watched other shows that we got into, but it was nothing that was matching the level of chasing Atlanta. You know,
Mm,
even with Dallas, because
true.
Dallas just
True.
started getting good. Let's be very clear.
True.
And we finally
Oh
found
yeah.
another one.
Season what I think season 2 it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 it wasn't that bad, but season 3 has been the best Dallas has ever been.
Yeah, it was popping. And we really enjoyed that. And especially, you know, from Texas. Well, not from Texas. I've been here for a long time. The love of my life is here. My best friend is here. And, you know, my family's here too as well. So it's like, you know, it feels home, you know, whatever case may be. I mean,
Right.
and I think it was good to have a show that was here. So we was very excited when we, you know, knew they were going to do something out here. So, and it was great. It was really, really great.
It was.
But we want,
It's fun.
yeah. But we wanted to see more from. But mind you, guys, G Status is in Atlanta, by the way. About that. And we would have wanted to see more of the storylines completed and stuff like that. I know with the situation with Delicious, and they tried to take her out of scenes, and I'm like, if she's important for the scenes for that storyline, she needs to be in there. It's already done. Just allow her to finish it up, and I think people be forgetting about that. It's like because other people suffer, the season suffers. Just let it go through, or just cancel the whole thing. Because I think they had did something where on VH1 where they did a whole show about this girl and her dating show, and this guy wound up killing some girl, and he fled to Canada, if I'm not mistaken. I think he killed himself, if I'm not mistaken. It was I think her name was Megan or something, and they scrapped the whole show. They didn't even show it. They scrapped it. And the young lady was mad, and it felt, and people was getting on her because it was like she's more mad about her show being canceled by not the preface of that this person that you were trying to date did this to somebody, and no one wants a murderer on TV trying to fall, try to fall in love with you. That wouldn't, like, it just doesn't look right. And as far as I really didn't see the girl that much, but I seen glimpses of her because she was on Rock of Love. You know, she was part of that franchise. And she was on I Love Money. So I didn't really see too much of her, but I got that, yeah, that's the kind of person she is. She's very she really don't care about that. She just care about her show. That's all it was. Even though she did get paid for it, don't get it twisted. But you know, when show air, you get more promotion and stuff like that if you become a likable character. But whatever. But this situation turned dark. So it's like the same thing with Delicious. This girl didn't kill nobody. Yes, she said the N word. No, I don't approve of that. Absolutely not. But you already kept filming with her. You didn't have. You haven't just took off the show. Show it so we can move on. Uh. So girl. So we said that I got caught in that pickle. But we're ready to see what he brings, and it seems like he's gonna turn up. We're ready to hear more from him, and we already knew he was a person that's gonna like not back down from a fight. You know, at the end of the day, he is from Louisiana, and I think he's up and ready. All right, let's move on to the next person, girl, because we've been on it.
Mm-hmm. Ike, if you want to drop those pictures,
Girl, bye,
I want to see them.
bye, Sleeping Beauty. Let's get to the
We
next.
saw them we saw them on the other show that you were on. Well, we didn't see them, but we figured.
Sleeping Beauty,
You know,
Aurora,
we figured.
Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, Aurora.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
but that's it. I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about it.
Okay, let's get to the next person. Okay, I got Rico Cassidy. I don't really have that many words on him, so I'm gonna make mine quick, and then you can jump on him. Don't like him.
I love Rico. You don't laugh?
I do not. And then he said he was a Scorpio. I had found out he was a Scorpio. I really don't be fucking.
Yeah, he said it on the show.
Yeah, he said it on the show. And it's not even that he's a Scorpio, but the point is, I just already for the way he was acting on the other show, because you guys, he was on a show called The Circle on Atlanta.
The Circle Atlanta, yeah.
And I really didn't like him on that. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about him. Is there anything else you want to add? Because I'm keeping it short.
I think Rico's fun. I enjoy Rico. I think she has moments that are fun and funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had to get to know her a little bit better. She's not really invested into the. I do. I can still like a person and not see them from that much, you know. I thought I liked you, but then I saw that wig and I was like, oh,
Girl. Yeah,
it's giving Marco's little wigs.
girl,
Oh,
you know,
girl.
jealousy always turned into hate.
Jealousy. Try again. Jealousy. Try again.
That's
But
what it
yeah, that's
was.
how I feel about Rico. I think Rico's fun. I think he's cool.
Mm.
I want to get to know him more on this show, and I feel like we don't really get a lot of storyline. And what I want to say is really in relation to somebody else. So I'll get to that in a second. But go ahead. Who's next?
So we got next on the docket. Every time we flowing through these people because it's like we're gonna talk about them, you guys, when the show happens. We don't really have that much information on
Right
them
about them
besides
so
the show.
far.
Yeah,
So far, we're kind of
yeah, we're going off different things that we see them on. Uh, so next we have let's do Drew Friday. So we have Drew Friday,
okay.
like
I'm
her.
gonna start with Drew Friday. I don't live for Drew Friday so far. Now, here's the thing. I don't have an issue with Drew Friday. I don't hate Drew Friday. My only thing is Drew Friday, you gotta chill on being invested in everybody else's issues
Mm-hmm.
that have nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
That's all I request.
Mm-hmm.
Please. These people are going through something and you're like inserting yourself like in that situation. That whole moment with her versus Troy. Well, not her versus Troy. Her versus
Rico.
Rico could have been avoided if you hadn't jumped straight into something that had nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my take on that. That's how I feel. I just think, yeah, you should just let them handle it because that's not your beef.
Yeah.
And she does that a lot where she gets knee deep involved in something and you're ready to fight and you're ready to do this and you're ready to that. You're doing all this and you don't really know why you're doing all this.
Yeah. You know, unless you've been friends with this person for a long time, but if you come into the group, even still, then it's just like on camera, it doesn't look that way. It's just not going to look good with fans. I think it's best for you to just be like, let it play out and just listen. If I'm new there, I'm like, girl, why don't y'all just talk it out? I don't even see y'all have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's strong enough issue to be this upset, or it's something that can be worked out at least, even if it is a serious issue. It can probably be worked out with just a conversation. You know, and I know that is taking majority of the scene of the season because it's like old past stuff. Because it's like they have a
Right.
strong history, and it's like, yeah, they want to have a point where they can have a voice in the situation because they are in the they are in the group. And you know, of course, it helps with camera time. Don't get it twisted.
It does. It does. I will give you that. I will say that she knows. Okay, let me insert myself in something because it does bring attention to you as a person.
Yes, but you gotta understand this, and I want to probably help these people out. When you're new, your best bet, if you want to have a little bit more camera time, your best bet is to do confessionals because you're watching it. I feel like that's the best thing I would do if I came into a situation people was arguing and I heard both sides and both perspectives of the situation. I wouldn't be saying nothing unless it was asked. Or if they ask in a confession, now why is she gonna do that? And she knows she's okay. Maybe I'm confused.
Right.
I would have been doing confessions. And I'm like, first of all, I've seen the situation play out. I have a right to have an opinion. Oh, but you wasn't there. But girl, so what you told me wasn't true? Oh, okay. I thought so. Okay. That's all that is. But I wouldn't be inserting myself. And it felt very opportunist of it all when she... Well, we will get into that. Like I said, she's a question mark. I love her, but I do want to see how far she goes. And that's where I'm at with her. So who else we have on the docket that is next?
Let's see. We talked about Troy.
What's her name?
We
Willa.
talk about
Willa.
Yes,
Willa.
I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Willa.
Go ahead.
I love Willa. She is that auntie that's at the kickback or the barbecue that is talking the whole hot smack. This is a fun girl to be around. I think she is a beautiful, not beautiful, beautiful. Okay, just great, great energy. she did get caught up in some of the drama, and I understand that she's going through stuff and stuff like that. And I think, in some sense, when we see something that can be so simple to be a mediator between, it's not. You really have to meet the person at their personality, how they accept information, how they're able to move on and stuff like that. You really have to key into those factors, because even though something may look so simple to you, your perspective, like, girl, and I can agree with your perspective. I see it gonna be simple. Not everybody gonna get that. You really gotta study the situation, study the person more than the situation, because a lot of times the situation can be simple to be resolved, but you need to really study them to really like, okay, well, maybe let me take this approach to probably get them to see each other's perspectives. That's where it should be at. And I feel like she was trying to be the mediator of making something simple. And I'm like, it's not simple. You need to know the personality to be able to help them move through it. So that's all I gotta say about her. But I do love her.
Anyways, I like Willa. I think she brings a good energy. I like her very southern country accent. I love that, and I'm glad that she's a part of the cast. I think she has great moments. Um, Now, when she got involved in that situation, that was between what's that boy's name? Wayne the Pain and hold on, who's the other person that was in an argument between Wayne the Pain?
I said that. Dominique.
Dominique, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. When she got involved in that, I got where she was coming from more so than I did when Drew Friday did the same thing. And I think that's where we were kind of at. That's what I felt. That's what I felt. I feel like Drew Friday, you know, you directly got involved in something that had nothing to do with you, and you're like fight. It seems like you're putting yourself in a situation where if you end up having to fight somebody, it's going to be because you involved yourself in something that had nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at with that one. But with Willa, I like Willa. She's fun, country, and she's honest. How she is how she is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that so far. I enjoy that. How about you? How do you feel about her?
Okay, honey.
I know.
I already
That's why I
told you.
laughed. I know. That's why I laughed, girl. That's why I laughed. That's why I
Yeah.
laughed. That's why I laughed. Okay. I know,
Okay.
girl. That's why I laughed.
Okay, so
But
the
yeah, I
last
definitely,
person we have
yeah.
on the docket is the church boy. I forgot his name. What's his name?
Aaron Thomas. Aaron Thomas.
Eric Thomas. I don't have that much to say about him besides the
Can I
hair
start?
color. Oh, I'm
Can
about
I
to start
start?
first. The hair
Can I
color.
start? Wait,
You gonna
hold
get
on.
it. You gonna get
I
it.
have one question. Because he did say he did
Girl,
OnlyFans.
absolutely.
Aaron.
I'm going to finish what I got to say. You can leave that after dark stuff later. I have nothing to say about him. We're still getting to know him. Really can't see
Yeah, we
Wait,
don't really know him enough to really like have a deep, in-depth
but he's a
opinion
Virgo. We
personally.
know he's a Virgo. He
Okay.
said it several
Oh, we
times.
do?
He said it several times. I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. You know how us Virgos go. I'm like, okay, all right, Virgo. I love Virgos, by the way. I don't like that hair color he chose. I don't mind black people with blonde, but it gotta be the right kind of blonde, because right now it was looking like a crown that went wrong. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. It actually kind of does.
So, yeah, that's all we got to say about our cast. If I'm not mistaken, is there anything else you want to add about Aaron?
Aaron, go ahead and drop the
Okay, so
features
you
for
guys,
us.
we're
Thank
gonna
you.
wrap up that. So next week we're gonna be talking about the Heights. We're gonna go through the overall season. It's not gonna be that long because it's not. It was.
It's really not. It's really not.
But we will let you guys know how we feel, the
But
personalities of them.
overall, let's say this. Overall, how are you feeling about this series? How are you feeling about it so far?
The Heights.
Overall. No, girl. I
Oh,
already know how you feel about
ready,
chasing.
chasing, ready.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good season. Like again, we keep saying again, everybody calls Chasing Atlanta the it girl when it comes to these web reality shows, and they continually prove it again and again. You're never Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Let me do it. Wait, no, you said you can't knock on wood because the dogs.
Oh, she in the bathroom. I got her locked up in the bed. Oh, I don't do that to my animals like that. I,
Girl.
my girl dog is in heat, and I have a boy dog who is too big to be trying to penetrate her. So
Gotcha.
I have them separate throughout the time. So now she's in the
Mm.
bathroom while he is out. They got to be separate for at least 2 weeks when she goes out of heat. 2 to 3 weeks, but hopefully it's just 2 weeks. So this is like her
Mm.
first week. So fingers crossed, you guys. Don't call P
Mm.
though, man. I love my dogs.
Don't worry, I called them already, guys.
You don't even know their number, bitch.
Yes, I do. It's 911.
Okay, is there anything you want to add?
um, everybody who I said drop the link, drop the link. I want to see it.
Yes, what she was saying earlier was
I
Chasing
want to
Atlanta
see it
is the it
swinging.
girl.
I
Again,
want to see it
let's wrap it
swinging.
up, you
Not
guys.
swing, not
We had a
swinging,
great time. We
swinging.
had a great time, you guys, talking about this. Chasing Atlanta. This is our show. We're gonna
Give
follow up
us,
with
give,
you more
give
on
us
the
what
show as
mouse.
well.
Ooh, that was gonna be
We're gonna
shady. Ooh, that was about to be
do an
shady. I'm
episode
so
that
glad
we're
I
gonna
didn't
mesh
finish
some of
that
the
sentence.
episodes together so we all can, so you can know what we're going
Yeah,
and how we
we're
feel
gonna
about
give
it.
you more of a because we're on episode 4, right, or
Yeah.
5?
So we'll probably do like 3 episodes
Wait,
in
we're on
one.
we're on episode 5 so far.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay, we're gonna kind of give y'all a little bit more of a overall review of the season so far next time, basically.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to start doing because a lot of these storylines we usually, I think the point where we do episode to episode is just really don't give us that much content to talk because then it's feel like we're over talking each other because again we're predicting what's going to happen next when we don't. Yeah,
Yes.
so it's because some of these scenes be a little bit long, but it's needed or whatever.
Also, I want to point out that also not only that, but also sometimes it's like it's basically just a continuation of a previous storyline.
Mhm.
So it's like we might as well just give y'all the next episode to get to the point,
Yeah,
basically.
and how we feel about it. You guys already know. Okay, so let's just go and wrap it up there. Next week we're talking about the Heights, you guys. We hope you guys come back for that.
Yes.
Yes, it's a new show in New York. Even though I really don't care for shows in New York. Besides
Yeah.
fashion, if they do a fashion show for New York, I'm fine watching that. Well, a lot of times, 9 out of 10 that they're now from New
Only
York. By the way.
only New York show that I can think of that I actually really thoroughly enjoyed is I Love New York. I think that's the only one.
Okay, girl. Let's move on. Thank you guys. We want to see y'all next week.
Oh, wait, I forgot. There was something else I wanted to say. Everybody who I said to drop the
Okay,
link.
thank you guys. We're gone. This is Tide Ho here.
And this is I Want to See Them
Oh, and that is
Swinging.
Oh Lord. And this is a T.O. show. All right, you guys. All right, you guys.
Swinging.
Bye.
Woo.
Bye.
Swinging.
Bye. Girl, let me get. I gotta disconnect this thing.
Bye.